Okay, here's a look at the Legacy Dead End figure. Let's zoom in to get a close-up look at that nice sculpted head. It's really nice. And the chest detail, waist, hips, legs, feet. Really nice. So let's take a look at him all around from the side view. Let's see the back. You know, depending upon how you look at things, it does clean up pretty nice. I think this is a really nice mainline figure. So let me see if I can get him to stand straight off this cardboard that's a little off. But yeah, it's, you know, it's not completely perfect to cartoon accuracy, which is my thing. So just to show you, let's compare it with the animation model, and you can see obviously, you know, his tires are on the outside when it should be on the inside. What's kind of interesting though, you can see how they sculpted those to look like they're on the inside. But tires are actually on the outside. And then his chest, you can see he has more of a rectangular chest on the upper portion, when overall his chest should be all like square-like. And in terms of his gun, this gun looks really nice with that purple metallic finish, but that's not cartoon accurate. So I don't fully understand the decision Hasbro makes on these toys, but it is what it is. And this is a mainline figure, it's not a masterpiece, so can't really complain too much, right? And now let's compare this with the previous version, the Combiner Wars version. So now you can see what they look like. Obviously, Combiner Wars is not cartoon accurate, because this is still considered a Chug figure. And like I always say, the Chug line was meant to resemble the character, which it does in terms of color, but not really cartoon accurate, where they were putting in a lot of their own design aesthetics to it with all this sculpted detail that's not in the cartoon. But when you understand it from that point of view, then you know you can really appreciate all this nice detail for a Chug line that represents the character. Let's take a look at the head. Yeah, it's not cartoon accurate. It's a nice sculpted head, however. But yeah, that's with the Chug line. And conceptually they do, you know, some cool design stuff, like, you know, his pipe here is a weapon of some kind that's shooting up. So when you think of design, I mean, that's, you know, pretty interesting how they conceptualize, you know, all these new design stuff. Not cartoon accurate, but that's the point. So that's just a quick look at the comparison between the two in robot mode. And now let's go back in time before that to the original G1. And this is really interesting because this obviously is not cartoon accurate, but this one is more cartoon accurate. So it's kind of interesting to see how they base the character design off of this toy. I mean, where did they... okay, I'm gonna stop trying to analyze and figure out, you know, why, you know, there's so many differences. But there's a quick look at him next to the original. And let's take a look at his gun, and just real quick, let's just transform him, because G1 stuff is always fun to transform because they're very easy, simple. Pull this out, rotate these in, and push it in, and there you go. And here's that nice yellow stripe, which is representative of the G1 toy. So yeah, and you know, I don't know why they put stickers in different areas. The Decepticon symbol should actually be on the front of the vehicle. But this is a cool little Matchbox Hot Wheels kind of stuff. But anyways, that's a quick look at the other two. And of course, we are waiting for the Masterpiece version by Fans Toys. There is the DX9, which I have, the X-Transbot, which is okay. I'm really not a fan of X-Transbot anymore for not sending me the shoulder replacement part for Springer. But anyways, those are some other versions. There is a Transformation, or yeah, which has a really nice, but I think I'll save that for my Dead End collection video. But anyways, here's a quick look at him all around. And so let's transform him to vehicle mode. Okay, here's a look at Dead End in vehicle mode. And you can see this is a really nice looking vehicle. Let's take a close-up look here. The side view, and just appreciate all the nicely sculpted detail. Look at those rims. They even sculpted in a lot of the detail on the front, but it's not painted. You know, side view mirror, door handle. The back also has some nicely sculpted rear lights. So these toy sculptors did a really nice job on sculpting this figure. It's just Hasbro is trying to save money by not painting it. It's the top view with that nice yellow stripe representative of the toy version. So this is really a nice figure. You can see here this is put together, but I want to point out here, because other reviewers seem to have problems with this, but I want to point out, see those tabs on the front of the feet? You have to make sure they go in to those holes back there. So once you get them together, you just have to make sure you push it in really well, close the back together, and there you go. It's put together nice. So now let's just compare this with the previous version. And so it just depends on what your preference is, but obviously, even though this has the yellow stripe, this is more cartoon accurate. It's like a mix between the cartoon and the toy, but this definitely looks more like the cartoon than the previous Chug version, you know. But when you think of this as a toy, this isn't actually bad. This is the Hasbro version, by the way, not Takata, which obviously looks even better than Hasbro. So that's a look at the two. Let's see, the side view, the back with the combining port there, the front view. It's really nice. So Now let's also compare this with the animation model, and you can see this definitely looks closer to the cartoon, so this really looks really nice. So that's a look at Dead End in vehicle mode. So now let's transform him back to robot mode. So my final thoughts on this figure: despite all the criticism it gets from some other reviewers, this is really a nice figure, especially when you compare it with the previous mainline version, because this definitely looks much more like the cartoon. Yeah, there are some little details that are off, like the biceps are not red, the tires should be on the inside, the shape of the chest should be more square-like, but that's getting really nitpicky. You just have to remember, this is a mainline figure, not a masterpiece figure, and this definitely is much better than the previous mainline. So with that, you know, I give this figure a very high rating. And of course, you know, you need to have it if you're collecting the Stunticons. So if you got the other previous versions, you know, look at that. These guys look really nice together. And just missing one more member of this group, Breakdown. So that's just a look at them so far. And you can see, look at that. These guys, they look really good. Can't wait for Breakdown. And these are awesome figures for mainline. These are not masterpiece, so this is as good as you can get. Oh, there is the Magic Square version, but that's a whole different class. That's a really awesome set. But this is my review for Dead End.
I am Dead End. I guess I'll have to do what you say.